Okay, Coach, one of the more difficult weeks on paper, Hollywood and Ventura. How do you plan on getting a couple points out of this one this week?
Well, obviously it's going to take a humongous effort for us. We have a day off in between, and hopefully we can put together just a great effort on Thursday. If we do that, I think we'd have some momentum. We actually played Ventura County very well, and I think with some momentum we'd have a great chance against Ventura County at home.
What did you learn about the win against Hollywood last year that maybe you could apply to this season, although it's kind of a different roster?
Yeah, they have a different roster, but they're still very good. I mean, they've got tons of great players. There's no doubt about that. But you know, I think the main thing we learned last year in a couple games, and actually we learned it this year when we were at Ventura County and really at Orange County the first game of the season, we can play with great teams. We have to play our very best, but we can play with them, and if we do, we're going to have chances to win. And if we don't put them away, then at best or at worst we can get a tie out of those games, which is what we did at Orange County and at Ventura. So it's doable. It's just it just takes a massive effort.
For Ventura, you've tied the last two games. I guess what do you need to do to get 3 points out of this?
Yeah, well, obviously Pedro's been playing very well lately. Pedro had a great assist on Saturday night last week, so he and Brady have some nice chemistry going, and I think our scoring slump, while it may not be over, I think we're certainly getting better and better opportunities. We're getting some better chemistry with some attacking players. That being said, we're playing two great teams, and it's not going to come easy. But I'd be surprised if we were shut out this weekend, that's for sure.
What did you do against Ogden that, I mean, the third goal you get because they push everyone, you make a great play, but how did you get two out of Brady? What was different there?
Well, Brady's a good player. He's fast, and like I said, he's starting to develop some chemistry with his teammates. He's working earlier for his teammates to find himself in better positions, and by doing that, he's getting some better opportunities. So Brady can do anything he wants. If he wants to go out and score a couple goals every game, he can probably do that. His teammates, he has to get that chemistry going with them. He has to make sure he's moving early, and that happened last weekend. Although we didn't play well against Ogden, Brady was on, and the passes and the movement up front was on enough to get the 3 points.
At this point in the season, not mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, but close. What is the team playing for at this point?
Well, I think the team really wants to get off to a better start in these games. So number one, we want to make sure we're starting better in these games. Last game against Ogden, we started poorly. So it's a lesson that we learned. We thought we learned in May. We're having to relearn that right now. But I'd say our team is still hungry. We want to prove that our record is not indicative of the talent we have on our roster.
How do you explain 11 goals in 12 games?
Probably poor finishing. Guys that panic a little bit too much in front of the goal. A lack of composure, for sure. And other than that, I would say, unfortunately, Zach DeFrancis, who we kind of planned on, probably his nagging injuries have cost us several goals. Otherwise, I think it's a show of the actual talent that we have. We're not as talented as some of our opponents, and we're working hard, and hopefully we'll overcome that.
What surprised you about this season?
I think probably the biggest surprise is that we've only scored 11 goals, as we just said. I thought with Brady, with BJ, with Tony, that those guys would be able to carve up some defenses a little bit more. What I didn't know is that our lack of size up high would really cost us this much. If we're not able to keep it on the floor a little bit better, we can't win that physical battle, some head balls and things. And so it's been a little bit more difficult, but the guys have learned, and I would say that they're not, they're frustrated. They want to score goals, but they're not down. They're not hanging their heads. They're out there working hard. They know we're getting beat by teams that quite often are better than us.
What did you guys work on today, and what will you work on tomorrow in prep for these games?
Yeah, for us, it's all about speed of play. So today we're playing 1 and 2 touch for the most part, but then we open it up and we're kind of in counterattack mode, so we're efficient in the counterattack, trying to connect with our teammates as we're running hard into forward spaces to try to get behind our opponent quickly in transition.
Why the day off on Friday?
Day off on Friday, we thought we practiced hard all week. We thought we'd give them a little bit of a break, and hopefully we'd come out with more energy against Ogden. We just try something new, and quite frankly, it didn't work. We didn't come out with energy against Ogden.
Oh, I meant this week.
Oh, this week on Friday?
Yeah, in the scheduling.
We don't. Oh, the day off from a game?
So play Thursday,
yeah,
and then Saturday.
Well, it worked out good. I mean, Ventura County and Hollywood were both anxious to have a day off when they came on the road at elevation.
So they request it?
And they requested it, which is fantastic for us. Obviously, we'd love to do that every time.
And other teams don't, then?
Other teams are wanting to come in because of the cost of staying the extra day. they want to get in and out.
Okay. Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thanks.